Hey, folks. Happy January.
Happy January.
Okay, so now I'm confused. Do you have books behind you and you're replacing with that or not? Because I thought you went back and pulled the book out of the wall at one point.
The one time I pulled a book is actually in the drawer. I'd like reach over and pick it out just to look like I pulled it out of the shelf.
Okay, that's why you didn't move the ladder. Now you're exposed.
It's a sneaky trick. It's all just fake.
Hello.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Brian Goff.
Good morning. Or afternoon for anybody over there.
We don't actually have any agenda items. In fact, I only put the reminder for the doodle poll just to have every opportunity to get people visible to it.
And for anybody that filled out that doodle poll earlier, since we moved the notary meeting, might need to update your doodle entries.
That's true. Yeah, it's been an interesting moving target. I'm seeing a bunch of community groups going, hey, we're going to move our meeting, and because everybody's got conflicts and everybody's just going to land on the same conflicts again. So it'll be
It's good if we can spread out one doodle poll at a time.
I think there's
We
one
need a
doodle
tool
poll
to schedule our doodle polls.
Needs to be a coordination of doodle polls. The one doodle
Yeah.
poll would rule them all.
I mean, if there's no agenda, I'm more than happy to leave, but
Yeah, that's what I was
Also,
going to say. It was
TOB
fun to
nominations
catch up
close
at the end
Monday.
of the year. But do we have anything to talk about?
Wasn't sure if people want to do some cleaning of pull requests or anything along those lines. Depends if we have enough mods.
Well, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Syed. I represent Red Hat, and specifically I'm from the Quay team. So I lead the Quay.io, sort of the container registry. So I'm just here for sort of, because our interests kind of align so very well. So I just want to, be part of the OCI community.
Welcome.
Welcome. Got a few
Thank you.
IBMers here.
Yes.
I'm thrilled that you're here. Please keep coming.
that sounded mildly threatening, John, just so you know.
I'm trying to talk between bites of breakfast, and that's hard.
Like, and should
Not
you not come
visibly-
anymore?
Not visibly show us what you're eating as it comes flying out of your mouth.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid it if I can.
I tried. There was I forgot the guy's name that was coming to Quay before. It was Hank. Hank, is he still there?
Yeah, he's working on Claire right now. So he's more, he works on the security side of things.
Sweet.
But yeah, he's still in the team.
Awesome. Happy to have the casual conversations again, or everybody can get the hour back. Mike, where's your dog?
Want some ham? Yeah. Want some more ham sandwich?
Speaking of seeing food.
he's right over sorry, this one's the she. The others are outside chasing squirrels. We had a smoked ham for New Year's, so I get to have ham sandwiches all week.
Is that the degradation is when it gets to be a little too dry for humans, the dogs get access to it?
No, they're just used to getting a snack or two after my sandwich. I'll let them have a couple bites. If it's good dog food. and not just human food. Anyways. All right, I got some PRs to work on. I still have to put my annual business commitments together from last year. We'll talk to you guys later, man.
All right. Take care, Mike. See you later.
Get on that. I'll get on that doodle poll. Cheers.
Yeah, Amy was gonna get tally it, I think, the end of the day today, and I'm not sure it was Amy or Lockie was gonna follow up on the next steps from there. So
Cool. Looking forward to those first meetings. All right. Cheers.
All right, I guess I'll pile on and let everybody, we can bail and get some time back. So I'm sure we had lots of to-do lists that we're trying to reboot for the new year. So with that, I'll say welcome to Syed, and we'll see you all later.
Sure.
See ya.
See you, Steve.
Take care.
Hi, Derek.
I was gonna say a rare call with Eric, and we're all shutting down.
Yeah, what an opportunity we have in front of us. I want OCI layouts in Docker real bad, and that PR closing was a good signal, I guess, that you're not working on it. Maybe Derek's not actually here.
I think, John, if you're volunteering, you're welcome to start doing the work yourself.
So there were like 2 different threads of PRs on that, and I think they got stalled because they got preempted by some other work that got stalled.
It sounds like Docker.
I'm interested in doing the work. It's just I feel bad. Like, I don't know where to start. I guess I could pick up. I know somebody from Red Hat had a decent PR. I don't know if it's still open.
No, that's the one that got closed in favor of the one that Derek just closed.
Can we?
So you
Yeah,
could,
I'm here. Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
You could technically resurrect that, John.
I might.
Yeah, there was some old work to get. You're just looking for like the OCI compatibility stuff.
Yeah, I mostly want to like force Docker to generate a manifest so that you can have a digest offline, and that seems like the nicest way to do it. Run com wants to merge 2016.
Oh. Was that for the save and load stuff
Yeah.
with dash format? Okay. Yeah.
I think the only ambiguity for me is like what to do with the image ref name annotation. I saw container D just puts a tag in there.
Yeah, it's complicated. You should look at the way we did it in containerd. There's not like a standardized way to do it.
Yeah,
we have
the
like supported a few
says
different ways.
There's no prescribed semantic meaning for that annotation inside a layout, and that it's only valid inside a layout. So it's kind of like that annotation is meaningless.
Yeah, it really is, because yeah, when you do the import, if you don't have like the fully qualified image name, the tag is kind of meaningless, at least for how we store things in containerd. So like if you have to import, and when you import, you also have to like provide names, it's kind of difficult. So yeah, I think we have like a special tag. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know the best way to solve it, but we try to be flexible and support different ways of doing it. So you can provide a name or you can give a name. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm running up against this a lot right now. And I kind of copied what Container D did to just introduce a new annotation that's just the full ref. Because I'm not sure how to push one of these things. Like, do you try to reroute the ref onto some target destination or just like push to whatever ref is in there? I guess with like Docker, you would load it and then retag it and then push it somewhere else, but it seems complicated.
Yeah, it's probably more complicated than it should be.
Now, I want to just merge them. I think this is what Container D does, which is you produce a valid layout and Docker safe tarball. And I feel like we don't need the format flag if we're just producing something that's backwards compatible.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so I can do this. I can merge that. Does anyone not want that? I see there's another runcom PR to Docker CLI.
Now you got Vincent's attention. So Vincent, for context, the OCI meeting officially ended and we just co-opted this call. Well, specifically John co-opted this call.
You left it recording?
I was eating breakfast. I think it's still, it's fine recording, I don't mind.
So can I eat ginger snaps now?
Please do. I don't know who Runcom is. I don't think I've ever met them.
Oh, yeah, he used to be a Docker maintainer for a while, and then went to Red Hat, and that kind of ended that.
I see.
Yeah, that was. I should probably stop the recording.
Yeah, yeah.